There was two options that I saw were viable for me. It's either WooCommerce and put the store on the same site that I had uh, my affiliate site on, or go with Shopify. I chose to go with Shopify because, well, first of all, I have played with WooCommerce in the past, and it's buggy. To me, at least, it gets buggy, and I don't want the bugs. I don't want the headache of trying to figure out which plugins is conflicting with WooCommerce. Uh, Secondly, Shopify has all their own payment processors and stuff, so I don't have to get set up with Stripe or one of the other folks. It's all right there with Shopify, and it's all seamless, and it all works good. So I chose Shopify, and the fact that most drop shippers use Shopify, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel. I'm just going to do what others seem to be having success with. So okay. It's a little bit expensive. Well, not really in the larger picture. I think I pay 50 or $60 a month for the hosting and using the Shopify platform, and another $30 in apps, which is the same as plugins with WordPress. And so I pay $82 or something a month total to Shopify.
Yeah, that's really pennies for the amount of top line revenue, which I can't remember if I asked you that yet, but your top line revenue is what?
Let me look here real quick so I can give you an exact number.
All right.
But last month, I had $61,423 in sales on my site there on Shopify.
Congratulations. Is that the highest that you've reached, or?
That's the highest I've reached so far, but I built the site in April. So that's at the end of the sixth month, I think. April, May, June, July, August. So yeah, that's the end of the 6th month, not quite 6 months.
That's awesome. So is there any seasonality with this, or is it?
There is for the niche. There is some seasonality at August and September, and then there is in January and February. The back to church planning for the holidays time period is August and September. So, they're planning for all their budget and stuff and what they're going to do for the holidays and for, back to church and that kind of stuff. So, yes, there's a little bit of a boost in August and September. Same thing in January and February, because most churches run their budget annually from January to December. And so in January and February, they got new budget and money to spend.
Got it. Okay, interesting. So we may take a little bit of a dip, but it seems pretty. I mean, you're in good shape, I would say.
Yeah, it is not like, fly fishing, which is, summer only, or ice fishing, which would obviously be winter only. It's pretty stable year round.
You mentioned that you set the site up in April, so it sounds like you did this pretty quickly. Can you kind of take us on a timeline from, when you started and some of the activities in the first couple weeks, and then when the site was live and making sales?
Um, let's see, I started, it was probably the middle of April when I started it, because, well, we got locked down in March with COVID, and I kind of have it timed with COVID. We got locked down in March. By April, I was like, I'm going to do something else here. And so middle of April, I bought the domain name. Shopify had a deal where you could use their service for three months free. So I grabbed that deal because it was a COVID-19 deal thing. And I spent, I don't know, probably a week to 10 days both trying out different themes and then finally deciding which theme I wanted to use. And I ended up paying for a premium theme, which, just like WordPress, I don't normally go with generic themes. And so it was probably all set up by the end of April, and I think I made my first sale within a week going live. And it was tough because There, COVID shut down almost everything, and it shut down supply chains. I had churches knocking down my door. I mean, seriously, Doug, if I could have gotten certain equipment, I could retire and do beach ministry in Tahiti. I mean, they were just knocking down my doors, and I couldn't get the product because it was all it was all gone, and there was nothing coming in because everything was shut down from China. It wasn't that all these were Chinese companies, but the parts, the lenses, and the computer chips and stuff, they come from China. And all the flights from China got shut down. And so the whole supply chain dried up. So I had to sell people on it waiting. And some people had to wait 2 months to get their products. It was crazy.
Wow. That is, yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So, in fact, just at the end of September, I finally got all my back orders filled.
Is all the traffic coming organically, either from referrals or directly to your site?
Yeah. Well, with a caveat, probably 20% come from my site. Another 30% come from Google Organic. And then Google has it set up now, and as long as it's free, I'll use it. Google shopping ads are free. And so I have that set up to where they pull all the information from from each page. They crawl it and pull it, and they put it up in that little scrolling window thing they have at the top, Google Shopping, and I get traffic from that.
Okay, so that's about
But it's
50.
free,
Okay,
so it's not paid advertising.
got it. And that's about 50% is coming through Google Shopping, the free
Yeah.
ads that are up there. Okay, so I guess it's only a matter of time before they start charging, is my guess, right?
Well, they used to charge, and then they made it free, so I'm not sure why they did that.
Huh? Aren't they getting sued by like the some
Yeah,
department of whatever right now?
yep, Department of Justice just launched an antitrust lawsuit against them.
Okay,
Couldn't happen
that's
to nicer folks.
yeah, right. Yeah, they're always looking out for us. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe it's just like a sign. They're like, hey, look, we're giving free ads for some people, you know.
I don't know. Yeah, but
Okay.
that could be why.
Interesting. Well, this is very cool. And again, you and I are coming at it from a different angle in that if you take a drop shipping course, most of the time they're telling you, hey, run ads on Google AdWords or on Facebook or somewhere else. And if you know how, this has always been my contention, like if you know how to get the organic traffic, you could do some interesting things if you go to another area like drop shipping where they
Hmm.
typically use a different traffic source. So your margins are, higher than they would be just in
Yeah,
general.
absolutely. Now, Shopify does have a blog section, and I have done like 10 blog posts on that section. And so on some of the top keywords now, I rank in two spots. I rank with my affiliate site, and I rank with the Shopify site.